Let the games begin.
Back in the cave.
It's been a while for you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Where you been all my life?
Been a long time. Busy. Working.
Unlike some of us.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
Just natural. This time it kind of gets a little bit busier. Weather gets nicer, so they want to get some more stuff done. So just picks up naturally for me.
So it's not just because of emergencies.
I think
they're
it's
just trying to do more.
I think it's a little bit of trying to fill the void of duck season too.
Yeah.
I got to fill that hole. It's a gaping hole in my heart.
It is. It's painful.
No.
Well, guys, episode 50.
Yay!
It's pretty crazy. I don't know. Do I get a sound effect for that? I don't know if I do or not.
I was trying to do that, but no,
That's not the one I wanted.
not quite.
How about...
Something happy.
No, that's not it
Oh,
either.
that's scary.
Hey, you got any jokes for us today?
Okay. Getting there.
That's when you tell a joke.
We're getting there.
I don't know. There was hand clapping somewhere. Maybe it's this one. No. That's when you see the mallards coming down from the heavens.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to put the hand
clouds open up.
I don't know where the hand clapping one is anyways. All right, guys. So episode 50. Not the funnest topic to talk about, but it could get a little heated. I've got heated about this before, but I don't know exactly what I'll title this podcast, but I would say it's safe to say there is a mass exodus of hunters leaving California.
California.
Yeah, literally. So we're going to talk about some things that we've talked about in here before about the, was it SB, is it 213? Let me see here. I can't remember the number on that one. I just had it to SB 1235. So it's the new laws that have went into place because of buying ammo and the pains of that. I think the last podcast we had was right after it happened, July 1st. And I don't remember. I think it was me and Travis were in here talking about that one. But anyways, now we've seen the effects of it. It's been over several months since that's passed. Before we get started, I just want to say a big shout out to Canuba. And thank you for them for staying with us and sponsoring us. And it's been great working with those guys. And also, what else, Thomas?
Old Town Canoe.
Yes. He's always going to help me out. So, Old Town Canoe, Old Town Kayak, those guys have been great for us. And we're supposed to get them on here. Got to get them on here. Our schedules never seem to line up, but hopefully I can get the guy representing that on here. I think you guys will enjoy it. You may have heard him before, but anyways, let's get rolling. Thomas has actually got to go to work. It's early in the morning, and we're out here having coffee and donuts. Thanks for bringing donuts, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Are you actually going to eat that?
I don't know. I might just get so steamed up I don't even lose my appetite. So let's just get right into the weeds here, and we got a bunch of notes going on here and things. Oh, I wasn't supposed to hit that button. All right. So this is what happened is Matt from High Prairie Sportsman sent me this article. This is an article written by the American Hunter, if you know, works in conjunction with the NRA. And he sent this to me, and I read it, and it just kind of got me all riled up again to see what's been happening. Oh, actually, I need to say this first. Thank you, everybody, for 20,000 subscribers. We just hit it yesterday. 20K.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, cool little landmark there. And by the way, the podcast is actually growing pretty good. We didn't really hardly do any podcasts during the duck season. It's just kind of...
It's too busy, man. I mean, there's too much going on. And Ty's trying to do videos on top of it, so... And still trying to work a day job and have a family and edit videos and kill ducks, so... Yeah,
and then you're not putting your heart into the...
Yeah, I mean, you're already run down from everything else, so... But, I mean, now we got plenty of time.
Plenty. Yeah. So, anyways, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And that is on our YouTube channel. If you're wondering what I'm even talking about, it's on our YouTube channel. We just hit 20,000 subscribers. There is going to be a giveaway it still might be the $250 Sitka giveaway, or I've got something else I want to try to do that I think would be even. It's obviously it'd be of way more value than that. Whether or not I can talk this company into doing that, I don't know yet. I think I can, and you guys will probably go nuts over this one. So stay tuned. If you want to find out more about that, go on the YouTube channel, and there'll be a video soon about the giveaway for that.
Has people voted on what they would like, or are you just picking something yourself?
No, I'm picking something.
You're picking?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'd be like a $650 value.
Wow.
But we'll just see, depending on if that company wants to work with me.
Mm-hmm.
I think they will, and I think you'll be putting in for it.
Too bad there isn't like some kind of thing where you could see how long a subscriber's been subscribed. That would be cool to have kind of like a tiered thing, like somebody that's been with you for 2 years or whoever.
That would be kind of cool.
You know,
I don't know if you might be able to do that.
YouTube fix that.
Yeah,
get on that.
So that's pretty cool, big landmark, and just want to say thank you for all you guys that listen to the podcast too, even if you don't watch the videos, and no problem with that at all. We appreciate you downloading the episodes, whether you listen on, we're on Stitcher, by the way, if anyone likes that platform better. I actually just started noticing a bunch of downloads on Stitcher. I was like getting a little worried, but people were like, you need to get on Stitcher, and I did, and now it's like, okay, good. So there's quite a bit of people on there. What else? Then Spotify, we got iTunes, and then all these other platforms. But really, the downloads are doing pretty good for us. It kind of obviously was doing this because we weren't even putting new episodes up.
Yeah.
But then just because of videos and promoting in the videos, I think we have a lot new listeners. So if you're not from California, this is the junk that we have to deal with. That I hate to tell you this is going to be spreading all over the United States. That's what I said last time. People get worried and can move out of California. But like me and Travis said, it's just a matter of time. It always spreads to other states. You know, it originates California, originates New York, some of these other states, and it always finds its way out. Now it could be 10, 15, 20 years from now, but it will eventually. And I'll tell you why, because the Bible says the world's waxing worse and worse. So it is getting worse. People they're out to get our guns. Really, to be honest with you, they're trying to cause declines in that. So
another reason is when everybody in California retires, they go out of state.
Yeah.
So we're hated on, and I know why.
I get it.
Because a lot of our people retire in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Colorado.
The good states.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, California is an awesome state besides the liberalism here.
Right.
You know, it does have a lot to offer. Ocean. That's why there's so many people here.
Right.
You know, but I will tell you before we do start, the article did challenge me to get more involved in that kind of stuff. Because I'll tell you why a lot of this stuff happens is people like us, gun owners, normal human beings. I don't want to say we're lazy, but I feel like a lot of times we're not the most involved in bills and laws that come up for proposal. Mm-hmm. You know, we're too busy, working or doing
or hunting
stuff. Yeah, doing stuff instead of sitting around all the time, just focusing on this type of stuff. Mm-hmm. But laws like this that are potentially horrible for us are coming up all the time.
All the time.
So it did challenge me to be more involved.
When you seen this too, didn't you when did that? When you see these numbers like 2013, I'm like, because what it is, they were mixing these new laws in with multiple other laws.
Right.
They're all attached to each other, and so you see and you vote on this, and obviously we know what to vote as right, but people don't see all these other things. And the thing is, it's just a lose-lose because I was telling Matt from Hyper Sportsman, he's got a YouTube channel if you want to check him out. But I mean, we've got San Diego, LA, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Sacramento, San Francisco, and then all the suburbs of all that. We don't have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the massive amount of people that live in those areas versus where we do in the Central Valley in the farming ground. And I'm not really telling Thomas this. I'm just telling you guys is we don't have a chance because, like you said, they look at us all the same and it's not.
Well, and,
like
most people out of state that don't really know a lot of people in California think that's how everybody is in the state.
Right.
They think you're either a surfer or you're a hippie or,
a libtard.
Yeah, pretty much. And I'd say over half the state's not, as far as, geographically. But the big cities rule the state. There's nothing that we could possibly do.
Right.
I mean, we can fight it, but
we're
pretty much outnumbered.
Yeah, we'll fight it. That's the thing I was well, let's just get into it. So the reason that what happened is, and I already knew this, the article talked about the number of California hunters declined 17% in 2019, which it's been declining since probably for a long time. But as these new regulations been coming out regarding the use and purchase of ammunition, it kicked in fully in last July 1st, and that was kind of I wouldn't say the final phase because there's always going to be something else they add into it. But there's 39 million residents here in California, and only 0.5% are hunters. So you can see the number. Anybody listening,
and there's still a lot.
You can
That's
see
how
the
many
hunters
people
there.
are in California.
Think about that. 39 million. That's hard to believe.
Yeah.
But what happened is, and here's the numbers, guys. 287,229 licenses were sold there. The total has fallen every year since then. So that was 10 years ago that 287,000 hunting licenses were sold. That was so now as of October 31st, 2019, the California Department of Fish and Game reported only 224,604 hunting licenses sold compared to 2018 was 269. So how many did you say that was, Thomas?
44,000.
44,000. So tell us. So 44,000, almost 45,000 hunters quit the field in 2019. That's astronomical.
Yeah, it's a lot. And we were looking up license, hunting license prices. They're $50 a license for a
resident.
For a resident, that's $2.2 million. The state lost. I mean, not that I really care.
Well, dude,
what the state lost, but that's
not
a substantial.
It's not just the state,
and it's not just the hunting license either, because those hunting licenses would be buying tags.
That's just license.
Yeah, that's just license. They'd be buying tags or wildlife federal passes, stamps.
So federally, we're losing all that.
You're just starting there, but you lost a whole lot more money than that.
That's over $1 million just in federal money too.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of that federal, that was well, I'll get to that here in a second. But so, guys, what happened is on two punches and two blows to the hunters happened on July 1st, 2019. The first of the final state. So there's two stages of this. The first part of it was the final phase of the 2013 law that banned shooting lead in California, and it was only in condor zones, and I didn't dig too deep into that. Did you?
It was actually around here, some of our local areas.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, as far as the condor being the reason why,
it was just some areas that they had, supposedly researched and said, oh, okay, there's condors in this area. We're gonna ban lead here, but it didn't stop there.
I mean, did you just find out more information? Like, why was the condors the concern?
I didn't dig and look into it, but from talking to other people, I heard it was people were shooting animals with lead, and the condors are scavengers, so they were eating them, and they were getting lead poisoning from that. That's just what I heard.
That's a perfect little story for them to tell. And that was the other thing. There was people longer ago, even like early 2000s, where farmers couldn't even plow their field anymore because there was a little rat, a little rodent that was going in, extinct,
Mm-hmm.
and now they couldn't even work their field, and they would. Anyways, that's how California. Just in case anybody's wondering how they weasel their way into these stupid laws, but so the final phase of that was started in 2013 to ban lead in condor only zones. Now affected the whole state.
Yeah, and I mean, it kind of affected some people more than others because it was only in those areas. But I've talked to a lot of guys that shoot, rifles, big game hunting, whatever, and they can't get their guns to shoot copper like they could get it to shoot their lead ammunition. So now a lot of their guns have become less accurate. Ballistics, everything changes. Now that you're shooting a different kind of ammunition. So I know there's a lot of frustration there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the effect of it's astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
You just until you start digging in the weeds, like you said, you don't realize.
It's almost. I mean, it's basically like going from. I don't know if it would be comparable, but you could kind of compare it from going lead to steel for us, because now all these guys are still shooting lead, but now they got to go to copper. Ammunition companies haven't quite came up to par yet. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm sure there's some. I have bought some copper ammunition, but nothing like the original lead ammunition. Mm-hmm. So,
they just haven't found anything to combat that yet. Quite as good.
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
You're more up on that now, anyways. But so that now it affects the whole state. You literally cannot shoot lead, not even for dove. So that was the big thing. People were freaking out. Is it went from being able to still shoot small upland. Well, you could shoot doves with lead shots still, and then
I think a lot of the problem is guys that don't hunt a particular thing or in a guys that don't turkey hunt or guys don't hunt dove or whatever. I feel like a lot of us, well, we don't really care about that. It's not that big a deal. Mm-hmm. But you can't think about it that way because
it will affect you.
Yeah, because any loss is a big loss for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Across the board. Mm-hmm. Hunting, period. Right. Big game, small game, waterfowl, upland, anything. Mm-hmm. Whenever they take it away, you're not getting that back. You know what I mean?
No, never.
You're not getting that back.
Never.
So even though it might be like, I don't really hunt dove anyway, it starts there. Just like the certain zones where the lead was banned, now the whole state's banned.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You can't, and that's why I said it kind of challenged me to be more like involved and try to get more people involved also. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, how long until you can't hunt?
That's the goal here.
Seriously, it is the goal. They don't want you to have guns. They don't want you to hunt. Mm-hmm. How long is that going to be? Will our kids be able to hunt?
Yeah.
When they're 50?
And that's the whole issue. That's what gets me steamed up about this issue is, like, I know it's not the funnest thing talking about numbers and laws and SB this and SB that, but it's like, dude, this is a horrible, horrible thing. Like, and it will not just affect. See, part of this, guys, too, is out-of-staters, not that everybody in their grandma's trying to come here and hunt, but people that do, they can't even buy ammo.
Yeah.
You can't even buy ammo.
Yep.
And let's get... So the second thing, two things happened on July 1st, 2019. The first blow was that they banned all lead. Okay, the second thing would be ammunition buyers must pass a state-administered eligibility check. Okay, that's a soft way of putting a background check. Eligibility. It's such a bogus because at first everybody was calling a background check and they realized that was really freaking people out. So they started going to an eligibility check. Dude, the other day, there was a guy in there, he was like 85 years old, going in to buy some ammo, one little box of 22 shells. They would not let him buy it.
Yeah.
He couldn't buy it.
And he didn't know why, I'm sure.
Oh, he was ticked.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, the guy, I felt terrible. And this guy that sells the ammo, that works there, he's just an employee.
Yeah.
Felt horrible.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I felt like an idiot. Because these are the guys paying the price.
Yeah.
The big wigs up at top, they're hiding behind their desk and behind their, up in the office.
The retailers
do
not like this either.
Right. But the guys that are working right in front of the people that are having to tell these people no, he's like, I am sorry. And this guy is ripping him. This old guy is ripping him up one side, down the other. I've been buying ammo for 60 years. It's like, I get it.
Yeah.
I'd be hacked off too.
Yeah.
Because he didn't pass his eligibility requirement. Now, does that mean he had some in his past history? No, absolutely not. Because if something gets filled out wrong on the form or this or that, it don't even have to be a reason. You may never know. That's the thing is coming back, DOJ is denying them, and nobody even knows why. And I'm knowing this from personal experience. This isn't stories I'm reading online. So now everybody's got to pass this. Now here's the thing. The eligibility check was made law in 2016. This is where it all started. In the wake of the killing of 14 people in San Bernardino at a Christmas party by this crazy husband and wife. Okay, they went in, they killed. That's when they started bringing in these eligibility checks, but it didn't go in full effect till July 1st, 2019. And I didn't know this, just for some information. SB 1235, which is what started this, it was proposed. I was going to look this guy up, and I didn't have a chance to, but Kevin D. Leon, he's a former Democratic leader, go figure, of the California State Senate, and it was backed by Gavin Newsom. Go shocker again.
Anything terrible, you can tie it to Newsom.
Well, our prior governor, we thought he was so bad, he don't even hold a candle to this guy.
No.
You know?
Absolutely not. He's been...
Dude, he's a snake.
The most anti-gun, anti-hunter...
Anti-life, everything.
Yeah. That you could possibly imagine.
He literally looks like a snake. Greased hair, slick back. It's like, man, this guy is he's literally just come in and he's basically, as fast as he can possibly do, signing bills.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Against this. So, let's just go into the rules of this new law that's went into effect.
So there's two different ones, right?
Which
there's a $1 fee and there's a $19 fee. You want to go into that?
Yeah. So, okay, here's the rules. Ammunition buyers must be California residents. Period. Okay. They must now. We can branch off a little bit here. They must be 21 or older to purchase handgun ammo, which that's been that way for quite a while. And 18 or older to buy long gun ammo. That being said, if you go into Walmart, if you're not 21 years or older, you cannot buy shotgun ammo. And that's what people aren't understanding even. And I bet you a lot of people that are out of state of California don't even realize what we're dealing with that on that end too, is the fact that these companies are putting in their own policies that are usurping and going above what's already in effect. We're going to be even tougher and we're going to make it even harder. Let's go above. See, people aren't seeing that. They're only seeing the direct result of this. So companies like Walmart, I don't know about Dick's Sporting Goods, which I don't go there anyways.
I wonder if that's the case out of state. I doubt it.
Well, okay.
Because
wait a minute.
Why will Walmart say that here, but then in other states they'll sell it to...
Okay, wait. Where were we at, though? Where were we at? Was that Washington? Remember? Hold on a second. It's coming to me. Where were we? We were just at somewhere, dude. And Talon couldn't buy... Where was that?
I don't remember.
My brain's going blank.
Talon only went to Washington.
But I'm trying to think. I thought we went in... Oh, my goodness. My mind's going...
Or was that here?
Oh.
That was here, wasn't it?
Dude, where was that?
I'm pretty sure it was here.
It was on one of our hunts. We went in there. I felt like I was out of state, though.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Didn't he say, since you're going to give it to him or something?
Yes, where was that?
You couldn't even buy it for him either.
Right, because she was standing right there and knew that I was going to do that.
You're buying it for him.
Oh, and we can't do that. Where was that, dude?
Dude, I think that was here. Pretty sure.
But where it wasn't around here, though.
Walmart.
Well, like way up north or something?
I don't
know. Oh, my goodness. That's
going
to drive me out of my
California,
mind. Though. I feel like it was out of state for some reason. Oh, I know where it was at, dude. It was in Nebraska with Harrison.
Oh, okay.
Dude, so, hello. You Nebraska people out there, watch out. They're coming for you. Stinking, don't blame it on just as California people. That's what it was. Harrison was 18. Or let's just say he was 19. I can't remember. I think he was 18. We were in a, I think it was an Ace Hardware. They sell ammo there at Ace Hardware. It was expensive, by the way. But anyways, we were in there, and they would not let Harrison buy it because he was 18, and that wasn't even California. So, like I said, it's these companies putting these, usurping more authority, going above and beyond. And sometimes I feel like, is it to make themselves look good, like to the government? Like, oh, we're putting these. Why do they give a care? I don't know. I mean, seriously, dude. Why does Ace Hardware give a rip?
I don't know.
If it's not a law, you're going 3 years above it. You're losing all that business. Crazy. Now, obviously, Harrison wouldn't have to do an eligibility check, but it's the fact that they went above and beyond and said you had to be 21 years old just to buy shotgun ammo. So that's something that people aren't seeing. Okay, but now even buyers who meet these requirements will now pay something extra. Even though every buyer of a box of ammo already pays an excise tax of 11%, and that's been in effect for a very long time, since 1937 with that Pittman-Robertson Act, to help, and that price is to help fund, for you, those of you who don't know, it helps fund the conservation across America, okay? Nobody says anything about that. Maybe people don't even know about that. I don't know. But even buyers who meet these requirements will now pay something extra. Even though every buyer of a box of ammo already pays an excise tax of 11%. Now they're talking about, and they're charging a $1 eligibility check.
But there's some requirements that come with that. If you haven't registered a gun in the last 5 years?
Well, and that's the thing. That's not even in this article. I was looking all through it, and I'm like, they didn't even put the worst part of this in
I was looking for that too.
Yeah, they didn't put, okay, but let's just say if you have a gun registered with the state, this is what they're saying. If you have a gun registered with the state, they may opt for a standard eligibility check performed by the vendor at the point of purchase that generally is performed quickly. I love how they say that.
So
these guys don't live in California.
All your information on your...
it's like buying a gun.
Yeah.
That you have to fill out.
Pretty much. All your information on your ID has to match exactly what is in the state records. So like if we're buying ammo, you got to make sure, because my address changed. I moved. And if you go to the DMV, they just tell you to put a sticker on the back and write your address.
Not good.
Well, that's what the DMV tells you if you go to the DMV.
Right.
So I went to one place, and she's all, I can't sell you ammo because...
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was Bass Pro. I don't have no reason to not say who it was.
Yeah, it don't matter.
I went to Bass Pro, and this was right when it came out. So maybe she didn't know, whatever. She wasn't being rude, but she was just trying to do her job, I guess. She said, I can't sell you ammo because your license isn't current on your I'm sorry, your address isn't current on your license. I go, well, I went to the DMV and this is what they told me to do. And she goes, nope, can't do it. So I was like, man, I was kind of upset at that point because I thought I was hosed, So I went to another place. It was actually Sportsman's Warehouse. And I go, so I said, can I buy ammo? I was told that I couldn't buy ammo with this license. And he goes, no, it's perfectly fine. As long as the information you give me matches what's in the system, in the computer system, he goes, you're fine.
And they can see that right there on the spot?
Well, they put your information in, and then they send it. And if it matches what's in there already, you're fine. And luckily, I had bought a gun within like a year or two. So all my information was in there and current. So I still have to pay the $1, but if you have to do the $19 check, I mean, man.
You could be hosed.
I mean, you are literally...
Well, like you said, so to be eligible to pass this thing, your information, like you already said, it must be an exact match with the current information. If a resident has no gun registered, and this is I guess they do kind of cover it semi. I mean, because it's common sense. If you don't even, I guess it's not common sense, but if you don't have a gun registered, you can't buy ammo. And that was what was happening with some of the younger guys that I know. Some of them listen to this podcast. They were saying, I haven't bought a gun yet.
Yeah.
I'm 18, I'm 19 years old.
Your dad's guns.
Yeah, you've been using your dad's guns, and you're getting to the age of now you want to buy a gun.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't bought a gun yet, but I want to go buy my shotgun ammo for the duck season.
Right.
Could not buy ammo the whole season.
Yeah.
They won't let him do it.
Yep.
Okay, so that's one issue, but one issue that's not in this is if you could have 45, 50 guns in your closet, but if you haven't bought a gun within the last 5 years, they were telling you, and thank God I did, because I don't buy guns that often, to be honest with you. I bought a lot in the past, but I haven't bought one, and I can't remember. I think it was my Browning A5. Dude, I was on the tip of the 5-year mark. Mm-hmm. And no, was it that one? Well, whatever it was, I think it was the Browning A5. I barely made it. Like, oh, okay, you bought a gun then? Because they ask you that right when you walk up to the counter.
When's the last time you bought a gun?
When's the last time you bought a gun?
Uh-huh.
And they asked me that, and I said, and then I scrambled. I was like, dude, when was that? Because I knew it was when I came back from Afghanistan. So 2014, this was 19. I said, yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. And then boom, everything went through. But this is what's happening. So this, and Thomas, I don't know if you noticed this, how they're calling it now. They're calling this a basic eligibility check conducted by the California Department of Justice, the CDOJ. But it's not. That's not what it is. It's a background check.
Yeah.
It's an extensive background check.
Yeah.
You don't tell me this is an eligibility.
And this is every time
garbage.
You purchase ammo.
Every time.
If I walked into a store and bought one box of ammo here, I walked next door to another outdoor store and bought ammo there, I'd have to pay $19 again.
Yeah.
Every single time you buy ammo, one box of ammo
for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Until you
and it's a felony to go out of state and buy it and bring it back.
Yeah.
So you can't.
You're
not supposed
spies
to do that.
Yeah. That we've been, and all the government's doing, dude, is trying to put fear in us. They're saying, oh, we have undercover guys in the lots of these. I don't know. These are the rumors they're hearing, but it really, to me, I don't know if I believe them. It's just part of how the government tries to put fear in you, because it's like, forget those guys, man. You know what? I'm not going to buy another round from this stupid state. I'm going to go to Nevada. I'm going to go to Arizona, whatever. And then they try to put the fear in you. Oh, if you do that, there's undercover agents in the parking lots of these mom and pop gun stores right over the border that are busting California residents. Or if they don't use that, that's not a good enough tactic. Then they're telling us when you come through the checkpoint back into California, which is just a fruit and veggie checkpoint, is what they're asking you. Did you bring any fruits and vegetables from out of state? They're saying now that they're checking you for ammo and open up the back. That's bogus. They're not doing that. They're trying to freak people out, put fear in people's hearts, fear in the hunters' hearts. And now we got this max exodus of hunters leaving the state. And guess what?
Or just quit. Just don't even take it right out of them. They don't even want to go out anymore.
Well, and that's the other thing is, and I should have had the numbers, because I was just talking to Tom the other day about how many people are leaving the state of California every year. Who do you think those people are? Those are the good people. Yeah. Those are the hunters. Those are the conservative people. So we're losing the good people, and we're keeping all the dingbats, man, for lack of a better word. I mean, that's who's leaving. Like you said, how many are actually quitting? We don't even know. I'm not saying 224,000 people left California, but a good odds of them, I bet you did. A good majority of them. Because if you look at the numbers, it's hundreds of thousands of people leaving California every year. Mm-hmm. But when you got 39 million people, people aren't noticing as much.
Yeah.
So like Thomas said, they do this Department of Justice. It's a background check. It's not an eligibility check. It actually irritates me they use that word, which could take hours or days, or it can never happen.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's
never passed, dude.
If it's not right,
Hans,
then
He never passed. Came back denied. He has never even done anything.
And does he know how to fix it?
No, he has no clue. There's no direction anywhere. They don't care. They'll just deny you. Oh, sorry, too bad. I mean, obviously he needs to buy a gun.
And that could be minor things, right? If your name was misspelled, or if your information does not match exactly what's in the system.
They did that to Matt.
And you might not even know what it is in the system.
You have no clue because they ain't going to let you see it.
Right.
You have no clue. Remember that happened to Matt? this year?
Mm-mm.
I was actually surprised because Matt actually was right for doing what he did and I think it's because he had already bought ammo. So Matt went in to buy some ammo, shotgun shells, the night before, a Saturday or whatever. He went in there, and the guy is supposedly, Matt said that he was pretty snippy about the deal and kind of acting like a smart aleck. Filled it out, told him, younger guy, said, hey, it didn't pass. Matt was mad. He got mad. Said, check it again. And he's telling the story on Marco, and I'm like, oh no. I'm sure if it didn't pass, he ain't going to pass. What's the difference? He said, check it again. The guy wouldn't do it. Finally, I guess the guy came over and he said, he paid another $1, so they charged him. And he checked again, and Matt checked it. I don't remember how long this went on. It might have only been twice. The guy put his information in wrong.
Yeah.
It was the guy's fault.
Uh-huh.
So think about that. You guys listen out there, if you are in California or not, or people outside of it, we're basing our dependency of buying ammo just on human error as well. And we all make mistakes as humans. I know things is easy to type in a wrong name or number, but it's like, man, you better. One guy, a sportsman, turned the screen to me and had me check all the information he put in. He's like, make sure this is all right.
Yeah. I mean,
and he passed. He ended up buying the ammo.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, I don't know if I would have even did that. So I'm glad he pushed the button and said, hey, let's check this again.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They're saying that non-residents can purchase ammo, but they have to obtain a COE. And really that's people that work at a gun store or probably like peace officers too. So it's just like, it's pretty much hoses almost everybody. But we could.
Here's another big thing to think about. When we go out of state, it's refreshing to see ammo
on the shelves.
Out on the shelves, just out like a normal item. Here, everything is locked up or behind a counter. So if you want to look at ammo, you got to you have to hunt someone down to either unlock the glass cabinet or whatever, or if it's behind a counter, wait until someone can help you. And then ask, can I see that box? Can I see that box?
Yeah.
Can I see
They
that
gotta hold
box?
your
Can
hand.
I see that box? And you know what I mean? You can't compare. You can't see what they have without, this guy basically getting like irritated, like, waiting on you to make a decision. It's frustrating.
Well, what about all the people standing in line too?
Right. Yeah.
They're getting ticked off. It's a vicious cycle, man. Like you said, some of these guys don't care. They'll stand there and look at ammo with you all day long. But then you go to Sportsman Warehouse, and there's you have to pull a stupid tag now.
Really? I haven't been there since then.
They do.
Tag system now.
They have a whole line thing and a tag system. You are standing out there. Even dude, Stage Stop, not Stage Stop. Allquist Arms now does the same thing. Yeah. Dude, people just want to go in there and buy a box of cotton picking 22 shells. And you got to stand in there for 30 minutes waiting on all these guys that are, like you said, looking at the ammo, or you are looking at a gun.
Yeah.
Because before you would just have one person set aside that was just bringing people up.
Yeah.
And now
absolutely,
you got to wait in line.
You can't even look at it yourself.
No.
If you want to search, see what kind of turkey shells you want to shoot,
ballistics and this and that, can't do it.
You can't sit there and compare. I mean, you can, but somebody's waiting on you.
Breathing down your neck.
Yeah. Or guys are waiting behind you.
So it's criminalized, man. It's all making it criminalized.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine the nightmare it's faced by the retailers, This is I mean, they're taking a huge loss. Like Tom said, it's all inaccessible to customers, and you got to have your hand held everywhere you go just to do anything. So then you got to do the eligibility check and blah, blah, blah. It's costing more man hours. The retailers are paying more money. Even these mom and pop places, I've asked them, how much does this bother you guys? Is this ticking you? Yeah, they're ticked off, but they're doing customer service, so they got to be friendly to the customer. But they want to fight back and say, man, I don't like this any more than you do. Imagine that. I mean, that'd be hard not to say anything.
So check this out. The Sacramento Bee researched state data and reported that between July 1st and November, nearly 1 in 5 ammo purchases were rejected. 1 in 5. That is a lot. And that span, hold on, I skipped one sentence here. Oh, no. In that span, California vendors made 345,000 eligibility checks and were forced to reject 62,000 customers merely because their personal information had yet to be entered into the state database. So, at no fault of the customer, these people couldn't buy it because their information wasn't even in the state records yet. So you couldn't get ammo because the state hasn't put your info in yet. Ridiculous, dude.
It's insane.
Unbelievable.
Insane. Here's the thing is, it goes to another level. And I was talking to the owner of Stage Stop Gun Shop here in our local gun store. Dude, they are tracking what we are buying. They are typing in, they are putting it on the form. The Department of Justice knows exactly what we're buying.
Yeah. Quantities of ammo.
So now the state may determine who has purchased a large amount of ammunition in the recent past. Oh, what? He bought 10 cases of this. He bought 5 cases of 9mm ammo, you know? Then what? Does that mean now that an inspector is going to come knocking on your door asking you why you bought this much, how much you bought this for, where is it, can we see it? And then if you say, oh, I shot it all, then what? You know, it's a slippery slope, dude. Like it's gonna get gnarly. So, I mean, I don't want to leave this podcast in somewhere of a state of panic. But how can we fight this? I asked this last time. We signed some petitions to knock off Gavin Newsom. You know, I don't know how that's obviously hasn't went anywhere, but there was a lot of names to get him kicked out of office. But the thing is, all these laws have went into effect, and like you said earlier, it doesn't mean they're going to change it. It doesn't mean now that it's in effect, who's going to actually go in there and take it out? Right. Probably nobody.
Right.
Even if they're a great person, they're not going to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like now you're stuck with this, and I don't know that number. When you're talking about the California vendors, the 345,000, is that all? I guess that's all of California. I mean, look at that. Think about that.
What are you talking about?
So it said the California vendors made 345,547 eligibility checks with the CDOJ and were forced to reject 62,000 of those.
So that's how many times people were trying to buy ammo, basically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you wonder kind of if some of those are the same.
That's how many points of sales were attempted. Right. 62,000 of those were denied.
That don't seem like a lot, though. And that I think that's because...
Seems about right, I'd say. Because you don't know how much ammo they're buying, and like you said...
Well, I know, but what if one guy's buying one box, and a week later he's got to buy another box? I'm saying I think those numbers are taking a huge hit. Because people aren't even going in the store and even messing with it. They're like, we're buying I know so many people that aren't even buying in California.
Or people are just buying a mass amount in one shot. That way they don't have to keep paying
or a lot of people were doing it before July 1st, 2019.
Right.
They told me 2 months before that went into effect, people were emptying the shelves.
Yeah.
Even Kittles was telling me that.
Right.
So
think about that. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This to me, it should be well over the millions.
Right.
Because if you got 250,000 hunting license holders, and that really is not even just hunting license. I mean, you don't have to have a hunting license to go buy 9mm ammo.
Mm-hmm.
That should be well in the millions.
Yeah.
But people are saying, you know what? I already bought mine before this started. So all we're seeing here is the eligibility checks.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know, but anyways, you know, again, and I guess we're kind of at the end of this conversation, but you know, what can we do? How can we research this? Because like you said, I guess maybe it's something I should be ashamed about, but have I taken the actions to fight these things? Maybe, I mean, it feels like a race that you cannot win.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm 36 years old. If there's petitions I can do, if anybody even knows how to fight these kind of things, you know, I don't know. I don't know how high level people even listen to this. You know, if there's someone that can say, hey, you need to start this petition, do this, I'd do it, man.
I know that some bigger organizations probably help fight these kinds of things.
But are they? But like the NRA.
I don't know.
Me and Travis brought that up, and I'm not down bashing the NRA. I know that the American Hunter is closely linked with NRA. They're hand in hand. And I'm thankful for the NRA and a lot of things they do, but I can't help it.
Here's the thing, though.
I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist, dude.
Here's the thing, dude. What can anybody do if elected officials are liberal that are voted in? What can anyone do?
Yeah.
Just people like us or even bigger organizations. If these guys are all the way on the left and want nothing to do with, stuff like this, they're in office. What can you do, really?
Right.
I don't know if there is anything.
Well, that's the thing, is knowing about all these laws and knowing a lot more than we do about how that can be fought. That's what just like if anybody knows, email us or something we can talk about, or maybe even look into having on here. I mean,
that would be great.
Yeah, a lawyer, like someone that knows more details or whatever, how to fight these things, because like I've said, we've got to help each other. The American hunter we have to help each other out, whether you live in another state, because eventually it will come everywhere. It will affect every place. Like Travis said, the same thing. And I'll tell you how. Here's one good example of how it will affect other states. We just said at the beginning of this podcast, what is happening? All these hunters are leaving California. So if you don't want Californians coming to your state, you better help out, because they're all coming out. And I, and I'm not being a smart aleck about it, but it's like, I don't mind staying here if these stupid laws weren't like they were. I'm down staying here because you got the mountains, you got the ocean, you got you got some good hunting, not the best big game, but so if these ain't changing, if stuff's not changing, yes, it is affecting everywhere, because now all these people are going into other states.
Yep.
So something to think about. So we have not forgot about this. We are trying to. I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to find certain people that have more knowledge on this too. We're going off of these things. And I want to say again, thank you, Matt, for sending this article, kind of rekindling the flame, and also just seeing how this is affected. We've now seen this for 6, 7 months now, 8 months, how it actually is affecting us. And we have the stories, the illustrations, and it's even more than what this article even says. So, guys, we got to fight. Our guns are on the line. Our kids' futures, conservation. I mean, this affects so many different things. So,
you know what I heard? I don't know if this is true or not. I think it's a bill that's up, and I think it was a California thing.
Get me all worked up again.
I think it was a California thing. They were talking about making it illegal to import African, like if you went to Africa and shot some big game animals, and you wanted them sent back here. They're talking about making it illegal because those animals are too iconic. I don't know how. This is just hearsay, all right? Like
so you can't even
Joe
have
Rogan says, this is just a podcast. You don't have to fact check. But that is what I heard. I saw it, and there was a bill number attached to it. So I don't know if that's up. That might be something we should look for. But that's what I heard the other day. Because the animals are too iconic.
So you cannot have a head mount of like an African lion.
Well, that's what the bill is proposing.
Oh my goodness, that has to be California.
No, it was a California thing.
Oh, okay.
And I don't think it's passed.
So what if you already have them?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you can't have a mountain lion mount.
Right. Yeah.
Think about that.
And you can't
give me a break.
Look, you can't go out of state, legally buy a tag, legally go hunt a mountain lion and shoot it and bring it back. You can't bring it into the state. Even though it's legal to do it out of state. As a California
criminal,
resident.
Thomas.
Yeah.
You are a criminal.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, so don't take that as truth, but I did see that. Actually, I want to look that up.
Podcast is just a news network that you're just spreading fake news. We're getting people worked up. But guys,
isn't that ridiculous, though?
It's insane. No, it is insane.
Literally,
we laugh, but it's not funny.
No, it is insane. And what people are saying is, how long until you can't shoot elk, deer, anything else because they're too iconic? Ducks, pintails, and mallards.
Why aren't they iconic?
They will be. They will be. That is the end game.
Yes.
There should be a movie made about this. That's the end game.
It's not even a conspiracy theory.
No,
it's a
not.
realistic.
It's in your face.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here's the thing. Just like there's some biblical references on how a king said, as long as it's good in my day.
Right.
That's I honestly, I think I'd be guilty of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think, oh, as long as I get through my hunting years.
Right.
But what about our kids, man?
Right.
You know, like Clark.
Yeah.
You know, even Vivian's getting her hunting license in April. It's like, dude, what about them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they even makes me mad.
Let alone their kids.
Oh, it's
We're here
toast.
still.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a chance. You know, and because what happens is if they can't hunt, then they don't even know about it.
Right.
That
gone.
next generation don't even know what. Oh, what is that?
They don't even know what they're missing.
Yeah, what is that object with the trigger and makes a loud bang? Dude,
Yeah.
I mean, for reals. I know as foreign as that sounds, that's the realistic possibility of it.
Right. Don't even know what it is.
Crazy, dude. It's hard to fathom growing up like we did, you know?
Right.
But look at the old timers growing up the way they did.
Mhm.
You know, talking to Brother Hilton about how he was just roaming the
You know what
hillsides.
I get sick of? I hear all the time. We, you know, and maybe every generation does this. I don't know. But, you know, always you hear older guys talk about used to be like this, used to be like that, and how things have changed for the worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, a lot of time. Maybe there's a couple things that are good.
So you're blaming Grandpa for it?
Well, no, not necessarily. I'm just saying, like, at work or as far as you know, guns and hunting and things like that. A lot of guys will be like, "It used to be like this," and it's not that way anymore. And it's because all these laws are changing and putting more, you know, what would you call it? Not just rules, but restrictions and taking things away, you know, and like I said, it might not directly affect you, but it's only a matter of time until it comes to be your turn. You know what I mean?
Right.
A duck hunter might say, no big deal, no lead for dove hunters. I don't dove hunt anyway. It's only a matter of time until they come after every single, you know, aspect of hunting.
Right.
So I think it's a call to action. It's called some due diligence and researching and doing our part as hunters. I'm guilty myself.
Yeah,
I've
same here.
been lazy as far as that goes.
Yeah, not that we don't care. It's just you either don't know.
Right.
So this is a way. That's why I want to use this platform. It's not the funnest topic to talk about, but at the same time, if you get into the conversation, you're getting heated about it too because it causes you to realize to see what's going on. We got to take some action, like you said. You said it. It's a call to action. So it's a call for all of us. It really is. And we got to fight. We got to help. We got to put the money in the conservation, all these other things, because it's you don't know what's around the next corner. But anyways, all right, guys, we got to get off here. We appreciate you guys for listening in. And if you haven't, check out the YouTube channel, The MVM Show. The MVM Show on YouTube. It's growing pretty decent. Honestly, bleed over from Mid-Valley Mercenaries YouTube channel. And then you guys probably some on here tuning in. So check out if you want to see the live video footage of that. It's obviously, you're just seeing me and Thomas today. But if it's, you know, some of the guests that we have on, it's kind of be neat just to have them on film too. If not, if you want to just listen with the headphones in or driving down the road, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. We're on Stitcher now. Some of you guys like that. I've heard a lot better. Check that out. Our email is themvmshow@gmail.com or midvalleymercenaries@gmail.com, whatever you want to use. And give us a rating and review, please, on iTunes if you listen on there. And if you're on the YouTube channel, give this video a thumbs up and let us know in the comments down below what you thought, what your thoughts are, and if you know a lawyer to help us fight all this. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.